ClaretsTV speaking to Chelsea manager Robbie Simpson after the draw at Chesham this evening. What's your thoughts looking back on that one, Robbie?
Gutted. I thought we were fully deserving of the victory today. I thought we were really good from start to finish. Scored a really good goal in the first half, really well worked goal. We've initiated from Blandy's really tidy through ball, and then our two players combining there. I thought Kane on the half turn, and then Salim hungry to be put through on goal, and it was a really good finish. We weren't troubled really, but we conceded a free kick that that was causing us problems, to be honest with you. When they did clear it, their 9 was a handful, not letting our centre halves have any easy space whatsoever, and there's details where we can do better on that, and we did in the second half. We improved that a lot in the second half when we spoke about it at half time. The free conceding just before half time was a bit of a sucker punch, and we could have easily let that affect us, but it was a great delivery and an unbelievable header. Of course, I don't want the first contact to go to them, and I'd want someone to track the movement, but it is an unbelievable header right in the top corner in off the post, and from a really good delivery. So as much as I can nitpick, you've got to give credit to the ball in and the header. And that was a bit of a sucker punch, and I was really pleased at the start of the second half how well we just got back in our rhythm. And in reality, we totally dominated the second half. Obviously, we had to make a sub at half time with Sam's injury. He got a dead leg in the first half and it stiffened up, and then we had to bring Salim off, who his hammy was tightening up, and we couldn't risk that with the number of injuries we've got, so we had to get him off, which could have affected us, but it really didn't. They stayed in the same rhythm, and we looked a real threat going forward, and we looked comfortable at the back. Great bit of brightness from Blandy to get to a loose ball just before their guy and win a penalty. Really well taken from Heidi. Of course, a number of opportunities to put the game to bed that on another day I think we take, on another pitch I think we take, and we maybe win 3 or 4-1. But we didn't, and we conceded a penalty ourselves where we know we can be a lot more decisive and better at defending a long ball. To be honest, it was just a straight long ball that we didn't have clarity over in that back line. No one really took control, and then no one really read where the ball was going to drop, and Ted actually did well initially to flick the ball away from their player, but then he's maybe then made a poor decision to then try and follow that up when he was not going to get anywhere near it. Maybe he should have just stood and made it hard for the player to finish. But I can't be too despondent, because the players done enough to win today, and they played really well, and definitely well enough to win this game, and we've got to continue to do that. Football has a way of not giving you what you deserve. Nothing's ever given to you in this game, and as long as we play well and deserve to win, that's all we can do. There's details where we can, in both goals, that we can do better, of course, and of course we should have scored more today, but it was really difficult in that final third to create the quick quality play on this pitch, but we did that, and then the finishing touch, obviously it didn't even go close to going, did it, from Kane, and then Harry's had one hit in right on the line. I think we've had another couple cleared off the line. It just wasn't meant to be tonight, but I'm really pleased and proud of the players with how they played and backed up the result on Saturday.
Are you pleased as well, considering the amount of injuries we've had? Rory, Archie, Finn all injured from Saturday, and then Charlie Ruff, and then the couple of injuries you had during the game as well. So the squad's been stretched. I suppose that's why I'm to bring reinforcements in almost sort of every game at the moment.
Yeah. I think I said a while ago I'd love to go a game without getting an injury, and that hasn't happened yet. So yeah, four injury subs on Saturday, 2 again tonight. listen, we've got a lot of games coming up, so we need to try and get and keep people fit. I doubt we'll be training at much intensity over the next 6 weeks when we've got games. It'll be more analysis and maybe set piece work and small bits of patterns against opposition and how they're going to shape up. So we need to wrap these boys up in cotton wool really and try and minimise as much risk of injury as we can. But another resilient display of character from the lads with Sam having to go off and then Salim having to come off tonight and starting the game with 3 changes or 3 or 4 changes from Saturday. We'll get there and hopefully we'll get some stability and rhythm and we know what we need to do to achieve what we want to achieve, and tonight is another point towards it. It should have been 3 and we're really disappointed about that, but it's another point in the right direction, and we've got enough games left to achieve what we want, and we're laser focused on that now.
One of those players that come in today and hasn't had a lot of games recently was Jacob Bland, and I thought he was brilliant today. He played in a number of positions, sort of left centre midfield, left wing back, and then he was at the 10 at the end, I think. So, and I suppose that's the sort of performance that we can look forward to for a while, considering he's got a contract for next season as well now.
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding. I thought there was bits of his game that he could have done a lot better in the first half, but he seemed to get better and better as the game went on, and second half I thought he was absolutely outstanding, and he's adaptable, like you said. He can play in any position really. I think I'd back him to play in any position, maybe not centre half or a single striker, but any position in the mid-third I think he can do incredibly well, and when you've got the injuries and you're trying to fit people in game especially as well, you need players that can adapt and play in a number of positions. So he's been ever so good since he's come into the team.
And a tricky one on Saturday, and a couple of tricky games coming up with a couple of title chasing sides, I suppose, in Eastbourne and Maidstone in the space of 3 days. So Eastbourne first, not conceded a goal really of late, so it'll be a tough game going there.
Yeah, tough game. Both tough games. Both teams coming up are doing really well in the playoffs, but they're both teams we've beaten this season. And yeah, it's a good chance for us to show people that we're not gone. You know, we're still here and we're still fighting to get in those playoffs. And it's 2 games where we can really show everybody what we're about.
Okay, well done, Simon, on the point tonight, and we'll move on to Saturday.
Thank you.